All right, y'all, while we are in Gene Key 10, we've looked at the Gene Key, we're looking at the Oracle, and now we're gonna look at the Human Design. This is from the Quantum Human Design Activation Deck by Karen Curry Parker. Number 10. Here it is on the body graph. Solar plexus area. This is about self-love, y'all. So the challenge this week, our challenge this week, is to learn to love ourselves, to learn to take responsibility for our own creations. Our mastery this week is to see our love for ourselves as the source of our true creative power. And an unbalanced expression, this might be questioning your lovability, struggling to prove your love worthiness, to give up and settle for less than what you deserve, and to blame others for your circumstances and situations. In an unbalanced expression, this is about being in your victim consciousness. So resiliency keys this week. Lovability, ask yourself, place your hand on your heart, let's take a breath together. What needs to be healed, released, aligned, and brought to my attention in order for me to love myself better? Listen. Next, decisiveness. What needs to be healed, released, aligned, and brought to my awareness for me to make clear and strong choices? Boundaries, people. This is holiday season. You don't have to be at every holiday party with everyone getting gifts for everybody. This is a time to ask yourself, what do I need? And how can I be that? How can I serve others in a way that's compassionate for myself as well as others? Courage. What needs to be healed, released, aligned, and brought to my awareness for me to move forward with courage and faith? And authenticity. Ooh, we love the authenticity. What needs to be healed to fully express my authentic identity? Affirmation this week, one that you might find helpful in your practice. I am an individuated aspect of the divine. I am born of love. My nature is to love and be loved. I am in the full flow of giving and receiving love. I know that the quality of love that I have for myself sets the direction for what I attract in my life. I am constantly increasing the quality of love I experience and to share with others. Further contemplations. Do I love myself? Take a moment, ask yourself, listen to the answer. What can I do to deepen my self-love? Listen. Number 3, where can I find evidence of my lovability in my life right now? I love y'all. I love you. Yes, you, right there, you. I love the shit out of you. Number 4. What do I need to do to take responsibility for situations I hate in my life right now? I really don't like to use that word. Let's maybe lean it in a little bit more. Okay, if hate is there, sure, hate is there. Acknowledge that hate is there, but what? Is there something that you're just undesiring that you could change? What could be changed? And now, lastly, this is the big one. This is important. Where am I holding blame or victimhood in my life? How could I turn that energy around? Hey, y'all. I've been saying that I wanted to write a book for about 41 years. No, probably about 31 years. Was an avid writer as a child. Always wrote books. And then, funny story, fun fact, this is actual true story. When I was 12, I was always an empath. I was always a highly sensitive person. I was always an oracle and a channel. And when I was 12, I wrote a book and I entered this this story writing contest. And I was so excited. I had my dad help me and we bound it with this poster board. We got it all ready and we submitted it just in a nick of time for the deadline. And I waited patiently and I waited patiently. I couldn't wait to hear, did I win the contest? Did I win a prize? I don't even remember what the prize was, but I know I wanted the bragging rights because I wanted to say, I'm an author because I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be an author. Well, at the time, I was about 12. It's about, 6th grade. I had written this book. I was pretty obsessed with World War II. Don't ask me why, just part of my past life regression. And I wrote this book and I sent it away and I finally got the results from my contest. And I didn't win. But what's even worse, they thought I plagiarized the Diary of Anne Frank. They told me this is not an original story. This is the Diary of Anne Frank. I had never heard of the Diary of Anne Frank. I was unfamiliar with that story, but once I learned, oh, it's a little girl about World War II. I don't know why, but I'm a little girl obsessed with World War II. So I stopped writing. I stopped writing for years because I started thinking, I don't even think my words are my own. What if my stories are not my own? Whose thoughts are these? I just got in trouble. Well, this is what I was telling myself because I didn't win. But I felt like a cheat. I felt like a fraud. I felt like an imposter. I wrote this story and I was so proud of the story. And now somebody was telling me that I plagiarized the story. Years later, I've come to find out I'm a channel and I connect with different essences and I pull their stories. There are some stories that I share that are not my own. And this past week, I completed my first book. This book is full of stories that are my own. But as I share my own stories, my prayer is that you also hear your story in my story. This is how we connect with the gift of empathy. So it took me a long time. It took me a lot of imposter syndrome to come back to the page to write. But now here I am. And it only took a week to write my first book, or should I say, to channel through and be in flow for the first book to naturally flow through the essence of my being. And these days, I'm just excited to share my story. If there's somebody that says, that story's not your own, well, guess what? That's not the first time I've heard that. And now I can look at myself, I can comfort myself, and I can be with myself to say, yeah, it actually is. So today, write your story, share your story in only the way that you can. And since we are the star of this show, maybe don't share that story from the place of victimhood, but as the one that alchemized the wound into the superpower. Sending you so much love this week.